So, hello folks. Today I'm going to visit the Berghof area once again because I found out some interesting things that I didn't know before, or better said, I didn't find before. So let's concentrate on the stairs that's leading up from the main driveway up here. And on that side we do have some pillars and round arches. So it's the stairs, and here are those pillars of these arches. And you can still see some remains of the stairs. You can still see remains of this corner, I guess. I'm not pretty sure, but I think it is. And I will show you later on. And the next thing that I found is here on the right side of the Berghof, the garage. You can still see the garage foundation, as well as some parts of the main driveway foundation too. And you can see on the right side of the garage foundation there's a small stairs that's leading upstairs to the terrace of the garage, on which you can still see lots of videos on YouTube made by Eva Brown, and I'm going to show you this too. There's one other pretty thing that I will show you, because here in the back, here it is, there's an entrance to the bunker system that you can still see. It's visible, but it's lots of debris and earth in front of it, but it's still visible. So just follow me to one more day of fine exploring the Berghof area. So let's start that trip down in Berchtesgaden. When we are driving uphill to Obersalzberg, we cross this little house over here. That back in the day was a SS guardhouse, and everybody needed a permission to drive uphill Obersalzberg, and that's why this house was here. So these roads up the hill are not easy to drive. It's easier with automatic transmission in second gear, and it's about a 2-3 minutes driving uphill to that point where the former Berghof was located. So driving up those roads with its fantastic landscape, so now we are crossing Golf Club Berchtesgaden. Back in the day there was a large farm that Bormann built to produce lettuce and stuff like that for the Salzburg region. So now we're approaching the crossing where when you drive straight ahead, you reach the old Berghof area. Here on the left you can see that platform, this one over here. It's that platform here. There was a SS guardhouse, and when you're looking up here, you could see Berghof back in the day. There's still some pictures on the internet. You can see that SS guardhouse, and its view to Berghof. So it's just a few meters from here, and exactly this is the main driveway that's leading up to Berghof. So this over here is the entrance to the main road that is leading, or that was leading up to Berghof area. And there's still some remains. You can see today that you can compare with older pictures from that area, like for example these stones. Here we go. Up there it's the Hotel zum Türken, where SS Leibstandarte stayed overnight, so to say. So now comes the interesting part, because when you go back to the start of this video, I said that I'm going to show you some interesting points that I found here. So all this is the former driveway. That was leading up to the garage and to the stairs that led up to the Berghof. These are remains of the main driveway, and so when I turn around, then you can see the street back there and my car that is parking. Before those trees were here, that street foundation went on and led to the garage. And there are still some remains behind these trees of this garage foundation. And here some people were digging to find the stairs that were leading up. And indeed, they found something. And this is the very interesting point that I wanted to show you, because this here is one of the stairs, one part of the stair that was leading up. And here we're directly on the top. And this one is exactly that position that I was showing you on that picture in the start of the video. It's one of the pillars of those round arches. So when you have a look at it, it's exactly, then you see it's a corner. It's the corner of that Berghof arch that was on the right side, up the stairs from Berghof to here. So when I'm standing here with the view to the main driveway, you can imagine here were the stairs. This one was one of the last steps. And here is the corner of that round arch of the pillar. Fascinating, isn't it? So when I just go some steps downhill and turn around, And this would be the position that the Berghof guests went on. They just stepped up. Here's the archer. Last step. And then it must have been somewhere here on that side, so to say, the entrance into Berghof, where you had that large window in the living room. Which you had on that view. So on the left side of the living room, you could step outside to the terrace of the Berghof. Here we also got some pieces. And this over here are pieces of the original living room. So that ended up here. And I am standing directly right here on that garage foundation. Of course, there are lots of trees today, but when you walk up downstairs again, then you can find that point that I was showing you on the beginning of the video. On the right side of the garage foundation, the right side of the garage, there's the small steps, very small stairs that are leading upstairs onto the terrace. And that is exactly here. This is the rest of the garage, and this is the garage foundation. And here were some people digging, trying to find those steps. So this is the garage foundation. This one, wall of the garage, and here were the steps that were leading upstairs to the terrace. So right now we are standing in the garage, and up there, garage roof, is the place where Eva Braun made her videos. So let's step up again. So now I'm standing again on the roof of former roof of the garage, and on the terrace. Step right, and I'm back in the living room with a large window, having this fantastic view that back in 1943 you also had from that point, because there were no trees. So now let's have a look at the retaining wall. The only relic that is still here from Berghof. This retaining wall is the last piece that is standing here. So in the beginning of the video I was showing you one corner. It's that corner. And under all this dirt is still, so located in this wall, here in the corner, under all this dirt is still a entrance to the bunker system that's leading up to the Hotel zum Türken and to the whole bunker system of Berghof area. Lots of kilometers. Very interesting. So when you have a look at the original pictures of Berghof, and you can see that The Berghof building is just about 1.5 meters away from that retaining wall. So we are standing in the main Berghof building right now. So once again, back to the stairs. I'm directly standing on those stairs right now, and this must be one of the last steps. And over here we do have that pieces that must be parts of the pillar of the round arches. And when I have a look at the original plans, then this corner must be this one exactly, and here one of the last steps of that stair. So when you visit Berghof, pay attention to that. Here, stairs, and step up and enter the Berghof. Some more interesting facts. When you walk this area, you can still find pieces of the camouflage net that was hanging over those large buildings to make them not visible. And you can still find them. It's little plastic pieces in green or brown. And guess what this is? This stuff is lying here since 1945. Rests of the camouflage net. Never found those before. On my visit today I found something new. So right now I'm standing directly in front of that big window, right into the direction of the Berghof. And I turn around, that's the view through that window. And I found some remains here. So it's a corner piece, it's a corner. You see that? Here, over here. So this is the corner of some of those parts of the building here. And I know that this is the garage foundation, and I know that this is the place of the terrace. Then this is definitely exactly here. It's that corner here. So it must be this point up here. It's so to say the edge of the living room. Once again, garage. That's the garage foundation we just saw. And this is the corner. This is exactly the point where I'm standing. Garage foundation. And view out of the window. So, sorry folks, because I was wrong. That what I found is that corner and that corner. And here it's the large window. So this corner and that corner is that what I found. Here are the stairs. there's a step. So, in the first corner is here. So, and I just have to go straight ahead. To the second corner. And from the distance, that fits with the plan in the book I got. So, I just found both corners of the living room with its large window. Garage foundation, terrace. Yeah, that's it. And this fits. Sorry folks, exploring isn't that easy sometimes. But now we got it. So I just stepped up the retaining wall of the Berghof up here because there's something that I would like to show you too. Because behind this is a huge bomb crater that you can see on older pictures. So number one is Berghof, and the crater I'm going to show you is this one. So have a look. This is exactly that bomb crater. And up there we got something else to look for. So I went into the back of that former building, walked, climbed up the retaining wall, and here's a little stair. It goes upstairs, up the hill. Of course, this is no longer here, but you can walk. And I guess that these stairs were leading up here to this, whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows. So I'm watching downhill the former Berghof area. Here you can still see the retaining wall. I walked up here and now I am reaching this point. I don't know if it's who knows, former SS guardhouse. I don't know. I just know that this path leads to the Hotel zum Türken. I say thank you for watching. See you, bye bye. Walking this path into the direction zum Türken. I just found this. Don't know what this is either, but it looks exactly like that strange small piece of concrete that I just found. Well, I guess it's you just got to pay attention that my mobile does not fall in. I guess you can look inside. I don't know. Directly behind the Berghof there were huge buildings for the SS. They were standing here. They were all torn down after the war. No remains. All gone. So this is the location of Hotel Kempinski. That is directly located where Hermann Göring's house was. That was totally bombed while the bombing in 1945. It was torn down too. And today it's home for the rich. So this is the way up to the SS barracks, the former ones. We now walk downhill the road after I climbed the Berghof retaining walls and tried to get up the hill. So I am on my way back now, and we are crossing Hotel zum Türken. Today this is the golf club Berchtesgaden. Back in the day, till 1945, it was the so-called Gutshof. The Gutshof was run by Bormann, and he provided the Salzburg area with food, potatoes, tomatoes, lettuce. And in the back of this building there were large glass houses to grow all that stuff. Today for golf, it's a golf course.